All right, athletes, you've signed up for the big race and you're dreaming of that finish line, but reality is starting to hit and doubt is starting to creep in. This is an enormous endeavor and it might start to feel impossible. Well, over the past 6 years, I've learned through trial and error that racing Ironman is so much more than an endurance sport. Whether your goal is just to finish happy and healthy or you're chasing that PR, your race day performance is always going to come down to three things. And in today's video, I'm going to break down the process for dissecting your race. So not only will you perform, but you'll perform at your best and do it on race day. Athletes, let's dig in. Step one is the plan. Planning is going to set the foundation for everything. It's how to train smart and avoid that chaos later. Many are going to try to skip this step, but a successful plan is going to lead to a successful race every single time. So first up in the planning process, we're going to have to pick our race and pick the distance. This is going to determine everything for our training. How many weeks until race day? Is it going to be a full distance or a 70.3? And what about the course? Is it hilly, flat, or windy? Once you've committed, now we can start backing into how much volume you need and how long we have to gradually build up to the distances. Next, we have to assess our strengths and be brutally honest with our weaknesses. Look, athletes, everyone has gaps. Are you a weak swimmer? Then we need to spend more time in the water and implement some open water exposure techniques. Don't put it off. Weak spots need attention and they need it today. What about your bike legs? Are they lagging? Well, we need time in the saddle or maybe hit the gym for some strength sessions. There is no replacing time or effort. Or maybe you hate running. Now's the time to fall in love. How? By putting in the work consistently and slowly. What feels hard today is going to gradually feel like a breeze later. Commit, trust, and go. Planning does mean facing your weak spots, not hiding from them. Build your strategies around those, and eventually your weak spots will slowly move from liabilities and turn into assets. Next up is going to be gear selection. Will you rent or buy your bike? What about the race? Is it wetsuit legal or are we going to be rocking a swim skin? And of course, there's the tri-suit, sleeveless or sleeved. And shoes, daily trainers, max cush, or race day. Make these decisions early, athletes, and train in the gear you plan to race in. If a piece of gear doesn't work, give yourself plenty of time to find a replacement that actually does. This is going to be enormous to the success and even more important, feeling great when you cross that finish line. Lastly, on planning, travel, and logistics, my personal favorite. Most races are going to require some sort of travel. Planning the logistics early is going to reduce stress, which increases performance. When will you arrive? How many days do you need to settle in, find your way around, and more importantly, to relax? And where are you going to be staying? Is it a hotel or an Airbnb, close to the start line, or a little bit of a drive? And then lastly, please dial in food, find local eateries, and if not, cook at home. This may sound trivial, but on race day, you're going to be pulled in a million different directions. Don't underestimate the stress that poor logistics can cause, and stress will lead to poor performance. Start to build these details into your plan early and revisit them often, especially as you near race day. All right, now we've got the planning taken care of. Now we head into step 2, our prep work. Now it's time to train. This is where the work happens. We need to do it smart, structured, and progressively. Per my previous video, now's the time when we start implementing our base build peak strategies that we discussed. Start with your base training. Build the foundation, easy aerobic and muscular endurance. This is our foundation for future big efforts. Go slowly, be consistent, and do not focus on speed. Once we have our base, now we can move into the build. We're going to add volume and specificity. We want to increase your long runs, rides, and swim sets, just inching a little bit closer to race distance, but doing it gradually to avoid injury or burnout. Be patient, athletes. It will come. And finish with the peak. Brick workouts, long bikes to run efforts. Practice those transitions and practice nutrition. The prep phase is about turning planning into predictable performance. In this phase, we also need to dial in our race readiness. We got to use this time to practice nutrition. How many calories do you need to consume per hour? How many ounces of water per hour? What about comfort? Do I have sunscreen, eyewear? What about chafing solutions? These are key, as are mental strategies. Have you visualized the race? What are you going to do if you panic in open water? Do you have calm down exercises? And what about those transitions? You going to go fast or going to be steady Eddie? Race day is not about surprises. We should prep and simulate every element we can possibly control beforehand. And lastly, athletes, it's time to perform. If you've planned well and prepped, race day is all about execution. It's the icing on the cake. As I say, the hay's already in the barn and the work is done. Performance isn't just about the time on the clock at the finish line. It's about how you solve those problems on the fly. Can you manage emotional fatigue as well as physical? It's a long day out there, athletes. We need to pace ourselves physically and mentally. And most importantly, stick to the plan. Plan your race and race your plan. Don't go off the rails chasing glory. Now's the time to plan and execute. And most of all, have a blast. Most athletes will never step on a start line of a triathlon, let alone an Ironman. So cherish all the hard work, dedication, and discipline that got you to the start line. The more you plan and prep, athletes, the more you're going to enjoy your performance. And this is what's going to keep you coming back race after race, year after year, slowly turning you into a true Ironman. So athletes, if you're training for your next Ironman or Ironman 70.3, structure is your superpower. Plan intentionally, prep consistently, and perform with confidence. Please drop a comment below and let me know if there's a part of your planning or training that you're struggling with. And as always, please hit the like and subscribe button to stay up to date with my weekly strategy, motivational, and training tips that are here to help you train smart, but be race ready. Thanks for joining me, athletes. As always, I'll see you on the start line.